Ever feel that irresistible pull? That magnetic force drawing you into another episode, another level, another deep dive down the internet rabbit hole? Welcome to The Binge, the podcast that understands that insatiable craving for just one more. We're here to explore the glorious, sometimes guilt-ridden world of obsessive consumption. Whether it's the series that stole your entire weekend, the game that blurred the lines between reality and virtuality, or the endless stream of content that keeps you clicking late into the night, we get it. This is a judgment-free zone for fellow enthusiasts, addicts, and anyone who's ever uttered the phrase, okay, just one more. So settle in, grab your preferred fuel, and prepare to delve into the delicious depths of the binge with us. You're among kindred spirits here.
It's the Binge Podcast where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast. Come join us fast.
All right, you beautiful bunch of screen-glued maniacs. Welcome back to The Binge. You know what time it is. Time to shed the polite facade of casual consumption and unleash the pent-up frustrations that simmer beneath the surface of our obsessive viewing and playing habits. That's right, folks. It's the moment where we let it all hang out. The segment where the polite murmurs turn into full-blown vocal explosions. Get ready, because it's time for The Rant. Today, we're taking aim at plastic containers. So buckle up, maybe take a deep breath to prepare for the incoming verbal shrapnel, and get ready to have your own pet peeves validated, or maybe even ignited. Let the glorious, unadulterated fury commence.
Cast at the daily grind. Thoughts unleashed, no place to hide. Passion storming every mind. Tune in, tune out, tonight we ride.
All right, let's really dig into this festering wound of packaging absurdity, shall we? Because it's not just the size, you understand. It's the audacity of it all. These companies, these titans of processed snacks, they have the unmitigated gall to present you with this monument of unnecessary plastic, this gleaming testament to their utter disregard for common sense and the environment, all for a handful of goddamn crumbs. You pick up the package, right? Expecting something substantial, something that justifies the heft. But no, it's a goddamn illusion. It's like they're playing some cruel joke, a consumerist bait and switch where the promise of volume is just a hollow plastic shell containing a meager offering of disappointment. You can practically hear the cookies rattling around inside, like lonely prisoners in their clear plastic jail cell, desperately yearning for the sweet release of your digestive system. And the shape. Oh, don't even get me started on the bizarre, often ergonomically unsound shapes these containers take. Some are bulbous and unwieldy, taking up twice the shelf space they deserve. Others have these weird molded indentations that presumably are meant to cradle the precious cargo of 5 cookies as if they were fragile Fabergé eggs instead of something that will be gone in approximately 90 seconds. It's like they hired a team of packaging designers whose sole mission was to create the most inefficient and frustrating container imaginable. Mission fucking accomplished. Then comes the glorious ritual of attempting to breach this plastic fortress. You fumble for a sharp object, your keys, your teeth, don't lie, we've all been there in a moment of desperation, all while the damn thing resists with the tenacity of a medieval castle gate. You finally manage to create a small tear, and then the real struggle begins, trying to peel back the unforgiving plastic without either shredding it into a million tiny, static clingy pieces or accidentally launching the aforementioned 5 cookies across the kitchen floor like rogue projectiles. It's less a snack opening and more a goddamn obstacle course designed by sadists. And the noise. Oh, the cacophony of cheap plastic protesting your attempts to liberate its contents. That loud, cracking, ripping sound that echoes through your home, announcing to the world your futile struggle against the tyranny of overpackaging. It's enough to make the dog bark. The neighbors wonder what the hell is going on, and your own sanity slowly erode with each agonizing millimeter of plastic you manage to peel back. But the true insult, the final infuriating flourish, is what you're left with once doubts the 5 goddamn cookies have been consumed in a fleeting moment of sugary satisfaction. This hulking, empty plastic husk, a monument to wastefulness, stares back at you from the counter. You try to flatten it, but it stubbornly retains its ridiculous shape. You try to nest it with other containers, but its bizarre contours refuse to cooperate. It's a goddamn packaging pariah, destined for the overflowing recycling bin, where it will likely take up the space of 10 more sensibly packaged items. It's not about being some hardcore environmental activist, although the sheer waste of it all certainly doesn't help. It's about basic common sense. It's about the principle of the thing. Why, for the love of all that is holy, do 5 goddamn cookies need this level of plastic protection and presentation? It's an insult to efficiency, an affront to practicality, and a constant low-level irritation that chips away at my already dwindling patience. So, to the companies perpetuating this plastic cookie catastrophe, knock it the fuck off. Give us the damn cookies in a reasonable package and stop treating them like they're some priceless artifact that needs to be entombed in indestructible plastic for the next millennium. My sanity and the planet will thank you for it. Sometimes the universe throws us curveballs that are both undeniably awesome and just a little bit ridiculous. Here are 10 such glorious instances. Here's the top 10 surprisingly cool things that are also kinda hilarious.
Top 10 time, it's the thrill of the night. Rankings up high, feeling safe flight. Listening close, get ready to climb. We're counting it down, it's top 10 time.
1. Professional competitive cheese rolling. Yes, you heard that right. People chase a wheel of cheese down a ridiculously steep hill, risking life and limb for the glory of dairy. The sheer absurdity of the premise combined with the genuine athleticism of chaos makes it both hilarious and strangely captivating. 2. The existence of the platypus. This Australian oddity looks like it was designed by a committee of drunk scientists. A duckbill, beaver tail, otter feet, and venomous spurs. It's a biological Frankenstein's monster that somehow works, making it both scientifically cool and inherently comical. 3. Those tiny hats people put on chickens. There's something inherently funny about a chicken strutting around with a miniature top hat or cowboy hat perched precariously on its head. Yet the sheer novelty and unexpected dapperness of it all is undeniably cool in a bizarre, internet-breaking way. 4. Competitive beard and mustache grooming. The dedication and artistry that goes into crafting these elaborate facial hair sculptures is genuinely impressive. But let's be honest, some of those gravity-defying creations look absolutely bonkers, making the whole thing a delightful blend of skill and silliness. 5. The fact that squirrels can be trained to water ski. Seriously, there are videos. Tiny squirrels on miniature water skis being pulled by remote-controlled boats. It's utterly ridiculous, completely unnecessary, and undeniably cool to witness such a bizarre feat of animal training. 6. People who dress their dogs up in elaborate costumes. While sometimes bordering on the slightly embarrassing for the dog, there's a certain charm to a perfectly executed doggy superhero or historical figure costume. The sheer effort and the often bemused expression on the dog's face creates a hilarious yet endearing spectacle. 7. The sport of wife carrying. Originating in Finland, this involves men carrying their wives, or female teammates, through an obstacle course. The various carrying techniques, some of which look incredibly awkward and precarious, combined with a competitive spirit, make it a wonderfully strange and cool athletic endeavor. 8. Those extremely detailed miniature food replicas. The level of skill and precision required to create tiny, perfect replicas of everything from sushi to full English breakfasts is genuinely astounding. But there's also something inherently funny about the dedication to such small-scale culinary creations. 9. This instrument produces a sound that is either intensely moving or hilariously caterwauling, depending on your, and sometimes the piper's, skill level. Its unique and often loud presence, coupled with the traditional attire of the piper, makes it an instrument that's both culturally cool and ripe for comedic moments. 10. The sheer number of ridiculous animal friendships that exist. The internet is full of heartwarming and often hilarious videos of unlikely animal pairings. Dogs befriending ducks, cats cuddling with rats, even bears playing with wolves. These unexpected bonds are both incredibly cool in their demonstration of interspecies harmony and often funny in their sheer oddity. This has been the Top 10 List. The bewildering persistence of memory, that fickle, fraudulent, utterly essential bastard in our heads. Right then, pull up a chair, pour yourself a stiff drink, because we're going to have a proper, no-holds-barred examination of this infuriatingly unreliable contraption we call memory. It's the bedrock of our identity, the keeper of our personal narratives, the bloody scrapbook of our lives, and yet it operates with the precision of a blindfolded darts player in a hurricane. It's a marvel, yes, but a deeply, deeply flawed one, prone to exaggeration, outright fabrication, and a truly baffling sense of what's important and what can be summarily tossed into a mental bin. Now, the initial premise, the idea that our brains diligently record events like some sort of internal video camera, is a comforting one, isn't it? It suggests a certain order, a reliable archive of our experiences, but the reality, as anyone who's ever tried to recall where they've put their bloody car keys can attest, is far more chaotic. Our memories aren't pristine digital recordings, they're more like impressionistic paintings, constantly being touched up, repainted, and occasionally entirely reimagined by the whims of our subconscious. Think about those seemingly crystal clear childhood memories. The birthday party, the school play, the time you fell out of that tree. How much of that is genuine recollection, and how much is a patchwork of faded images, family anecdotes, repeated ad nauseum, and the nostalgic glow of hindsight? It's a bloody detective job trying to sift through the layers of time and determine what actually happened versus what we've convinced ourselves happened. And the infuriating part is we often believe these reconstructed narratives with absolute conviction, even when confronted with contradictory evidence. Our brains are masterful storytellers, even if their tales are riddled with plot holes and inconsistencies. And the sheer malleability of memory is frankly terrifying. Studies have shown time and time again how easily eyewitness testimonies can be swayed by leading questions or suggestive language. It's enough to make you question the validity of every courtroom drama you've ever watched. Our memories aren't fixed entities, they're fluid, susceptible to external influences, and prone to adopting the suggestions of others. It's like our past is written in sand, constantly being reshaped by the winds of present-day information. What's particularly unsettling is the phenomenon of false memories, recollections of events that never actually occurred. You can be absolutely certain you remember something happening down to the most minute detail, only to later discover it was entirely a figment of your imagination. It's a stark reminder of the brain's capacity for creative invention, even when it comes to our own personal histories. It's like our internal biographer has a penchant for writing fantastical fiction and then passing it off as gospel truth. And the way our emotions can warp and distort our memories is another fascinating, albeit frustrating, aspect of this whole business. A negative experience can be amplified over time, the unpleasant details becoming sharper and more vivid while the positive aspects fade into a hazy background. Conversely, nostalgic memories often undergo a rosy-tinted transformation, the hardships and annoyances conveniently forgotten, leaving behind a sanitized and idealized version of the past. It's like our emotional state acts as a filter, selectively highlighting and obscuring aspects of our recollections. Then there's the sheer capriciousness of what our brains decide to hold on to. You can spend weeks cramming for an exam, filling your head with dates, names, and complex formulas, only to have it all evaporate into the intellectual ether the moment the test is over. Yet you can still effortlessly recall the god-awful jingle from a television commercial you haven't seen in decades. It's a truly baffling system of prioritization, one that often seems designed to maximize our frustration and highlight the utter randomness of cognitive retention. It's like our brain is run by a committee of mischievous imps with a penchant for hoarding trivia and discarding vital information at the most inconvenient times. But despite this litany of flaws and failings, we are utterly reliant on this dodgy internal archive. Memory is the scaffolding upon which we build our understanding of the world, our relationships, and our identities. It allows us to learn from past mistakes. Even if we often repeat them anyway, the stubborn buggers, we recognize familiar faces and to navigate the complexities of daily life. Without it, we'd be perpetually stuck in the present, devoid of context, unable to connect with our own history or the people who share it. So, while memory might be a frustratingly unreliable narrator, a constant source of potential embarrassment and factual inaccuracies, it is undeniably ours. It's the messy, imperfect, and often downright fraudulent record of our journey through this bewildering experience. And for all its shortcomings, for all the times it plays tricks on us and lets us down, it remains a profoundly essential part of what makes us human. It's a testament to the brain's incredible, if utterly chaotic, ability to cling to the remnants of our experiences, even if those remnants are a bit of a bloody shambles. And that, in its own flawed and frustrating way, is a rather remarkable thing indeed. If you enjoy listening to this podcast, please like and subscribe to hear a new episode every week.
You know by now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. By now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Tune in right now, stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.